going to kick it right off here with 7.1. This is to discuss and consider awarding the contract to construct the Community Development Block Grant drainage project located near Pearl Street and Park to Texas Chili, Inc. in the amount of $586,141. Mr. Kaufman?
Thank you. As you may be aware, this is our second ever community block grant to receive. We've had a lot of obstacles in our way to get this far. We finally received bids and opened them. And we have Chris Hay with Improtech Hibbs and Todd here to make a presentation and a recommendation to award the construction for the project. So Mr. Hay, go right ahead.
Yes, good evening. Chris Hay with EHT, the engineer record on the project. We opened bids for the project on September 21st. We received 5 bids. The low bidder was Texas Chile out of Kingwood, Texas. After review of their bid and checking references, we are recommending award to Texas Chile in the amount of $586,141. So that's our recommendation to move forward. I'd be happy to add any information to that or answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Chris. Also, I would like to point out that the 2022 bond funds were procured as to make the match for this project. And this is I don't know if you looked on your agenda packet, but it's a much needed drainage improvement during the 2016 floods and I think the 2015 floods. There was an apartment complex that was flooded and people had to be evacuated. And this will help remediate that going forward. And the new apartment owner to the south of the picture there has provided some of the right-of-way for the storm detention area, and then the Woods apartment obviously donated some right-of-way on their property as well. So we had to work through that to get the property donated, but at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for everybody. The grant is for $350,000. We've got administration for the grant project to pay for that, and then the engineering on top of that, along with the match for the construction funds. We budgeted $400,000 in those 2022 bond funds for that, which is more than enough to cover the match. So I just want to cover that with everybody to understand exactly where the funds are coming from. But this is a long-term project that will benefit the community for the rest of its life. So we're excited to be able to finally address this area and get $350,000 from Texas Community Block Grant Program. Any questions? I'll be happy to answer them as well.
No questions? Okay. It's not a public discussion item, but do I hear a motion to award the contract to construct the Community Development Block Grant Drainage Project located near Pearl Street and Park to Texas Chili, Inc. in the amount of $586,141. Dr. Wadley?
So moved.
Mr. Wadley?
Second.
Seconded by Ms. Burwell. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. It passes 6-0.